Thank you. Mr. Rokita.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate all the witnesses' testimony. It's been very educational, as always. Governor, hats off to your family as well. I associate with Tom Cole from Oklahoma. I was very proud to be an American last night for how your family acted, how the Obama family acted. It was great to see. I hope every American gets to see that tape. I also don't think you're old school. I just think you believe in the plain meaning of the Constitution, and perhaps that it was one of the greatest documents to prove American exceptionalism. In fact, a unique document in that it's the first time those ideas ever came together in the same time, in the same place, and I hope we never lose sight of that. I want to focus a little bit on my colleague, Mr. Waxman's comments, which I agree with. We have some to answer, and that we are at a crossroads for the heart and soul of this nation. I was intrigued, however, by his use of the term rules of the road, as if that's what one of the groups around here wants to do, and as if the other group around here simply wants to engage in anarchy, which couldn't be further from the truth. I think we all understand that there's a need for government and a need for it to have reasonable regulations so that there's an even playing field, so that there's an equal opportunity for success, if not an equal outcome. And perhaps that's where the difference is. On another level, I think this is really about how much control is appropriate for government to have over the individual. And I think that's where we really disagree. For this last year, I engaged in my little rank-and-file office in a program called Red Tape Rollback. It's just one congressman's work to try to roll back the scope and heavy boot of this federal government. We had 71 different Indiana businesses and individuals write us about 41 separate different regulations. And not all of them made the paper, and then nor should they. Most were very obscure. But they prove that what this federal government and what a certain group of people here in Washington, D.C. want to do, and that it goes far beyond establishing the rules of the road. Several farmers wrote in and said, the EPA is considering regulating the dust that my tractors kick up as we cultivate the fields as particulate matter. That's not establishing the rules of the road. Another group of farmers said, you know what? They want to limit the kind of work that farm kids do. This country was built on work ethic and character and liberty. And all those qualities in past generations and in the current generation occurred through work on a farm and work in other places. The Department of Labor is also considering prohibiting youth soccer referees, right? I used to be a referee when I played soccer. I ref for a while as an adult. The Department of Labor is considering prohibiting these kids from earning the $10 a game from refereeing these little soccer games that happen on the weekends and after school all over this country. For some of us, that's establishing, apparently, the rules of the road. For others of us, that goes way beyond and is unnecessary. I don't know any other country on the face of the earth that is so or more masochistic than we are when it comes to sucking or carving something out of the ground like coal or oil and considering it wealth. Every other country understands this and exploits it, in the best sense of that word, to its benefit, except for a group of people here in America who can't understand that. That's beyond the rules of the road. What also is beyond the rules of the road is that we, as American people, are getting told what light bulbs to use, how much water can be in our toilet, that a farmer not only has to get a permit to use pesticides on his crops, but has to get 2 or 3 pesticide permits from the same agency. That we have a medical device tax being proposed. There are 3 medical device companies in Indiana. All of them started through entrepreneurship. another foundation of this country. Yet, we somehow think, at least a group of us think, that it's within the rules of the road to put a tax on these folks and think that they're going to keep innovating, that they're going to keep creating. That's just a couple of examples in this document, Mr.